This is the cover page of my term project, and this is the selected problem. It is actually from the textbook, so I may refer to the textbook to show the origin or the reference for my problem. I will take a screenshot for this picture to be the background for the user interface. So here I am showing the end of my story, then I will show how I created my story. So this is the end of my story. I will end up with this user interface. I will allow the user to enter the vertices of the triangle, the coordinates, and the tool or the application will calculate the dimensions, the length, and display them just on top of the labels of these lines, and also it will calculate the angles. Yeah, I asked you to specify explicitly the inputs. The user inputs will be the corners x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. These are the required calculations. Just Pythagoras to calculate the dimension, the length, because the length is the square root of delta x square plus delta y square. So here are the dimensions are straightforward. I don't want to go to details of these mathematics. Okay. Now the user, after displaying these parameters, will click on the calculate and the result will be displayed, and this button will be programmed for exit. Everything is straightforward. In this figure, I am showing the names of the dynamic objects. The background image is a static, which has the figure for the triangle. Okay. On top of the this static object, there are dynamic objects. Dynamic means that I will change their values. They will be updated during execution of the code. We call them dynamic objects. Here I will read these entries. They are dynamic. Here I will display on these labels. So they are dynamic. These buttons, yeah, they have some events. On mouse click, this will execute an exit function. On mouse click, this will execute a specific function. So these I have to specify their names because I will refer to them in the code. This is important, okay? So the names, selected names, as a convention, I start by naming each component with 3 letters referring or reflecting its type. So this is a text box, so I start with txt. This is a label, so I start with LPL. This is a command button, I start with CMD. You may change, these are not, but I mean any 2 or 3 characters reflecting this type, okay? I remember these names in my mind when I was in your age with Visual Basic. So they used to call this text box. This is why I selected TXT. I don't know, he may be input field. So you may name it INTF, for example, reflecting the actual name used in Java. Now, after selecting the names and doing the completing your program and validating it, you will display the code. So this is the shape of the code. It must be well formatted. And there is 1 point allocated just for the format. So make sure that it is well formatted, not new line, capital size, big size, very nice, handsome format. I displayed a sample run here. So this is how it will look like after executing the angles and dimensions for these specific inputs. And I displayed the link for my YouTube presentation. And here in my note, I said, okay, this is a fake link. This is just for another project, demo project for another student. I will present it at class live. Okay. I started by taking a screenshot for the triangle. Okay. Save. I will name it background or BG. the location better to be saved inside my project. Atlas, my drive, Java, shared folder, my example. So I will put it here tentatively so that I will process it before my examples. Here is the application. Now the size for that background figure is important. Its dimension is important because according to its dimension you will set the size of the objects over there, the frame and the container and so forth. So I will open the editor, edit. Here it is written the size. What is the size? Resize. Actually the original size is here 1231 by 769. I think it's too big for this application. I will minimize it so that it looks better. So I found that it is somehow 600 by 400 will be nice, will be good. So I will resize it from here, resize, pixels, 600, 400 by 400. Of course here I will release the aspect ratio so that it will be, yes, that's good. Save. Now my background is ready with a specific resolution. I will copy it and put it inside my application. So here is a new project. I will name it week 5. Yeah, this is the sample. We use Java with Ant, and here week 5. Finish. I don't need to create a mini class because it will be GUI application. I will put the source, the background image here inside my package. So I will create a package, new Java package, call it my package. Yeah, this is my package. I will put my picture inside this folder, okay? So here is week 5, source, my package, paste, so that everything is inside the same folder. Now inside my my package, I will create my frame or form, Java frame form, this one. The name will be my project. Good name, or first project. Now the problems starts to appear for me. At this stage, everything is good, everything is fine. I started to look here for a container for my picture. I remember from other GUI programming languages like C# or Visual C or Unity or Visual Basic, there is a tool here which is called image box or picture box, which will host my picture. I couldn't find such a tool here. Then I went to my assistant, ChatGPT. I asked him how to add a picture, a background picture in Java. You say, okay, it's easy. You can use the label as your container for the picture. So, okay, I will use a label. Here is the label. And of course, from that help, he told me, okay, there's a property which is called icon. So change the icon for that label. So where is the icon? Where is the icon? Icon. Here, icon. None. I will assign the picture to be my icon. Searching for my package. Yeah, I found it. It is in the same location. So, okay, very nice. Maybe I have to resize it. Very good. Now, okay, I said, okay, this is very nice beginning. I have my picture. I will resize all of them. So this will be the shape of my application. I will start to put the dynamic objects on top of this static background. I will put a label here and text box here. I got excited. So this is my text field. I will like to put a text field here. Yeah, then I got shocked. I cannot move the text field on top of the picture box. I started to struggle at this stage. How to do it? Layered. What?
Absolute layout.
How do you know? Uh-huh. So you attended the previous lecture or you asked ChatGPT? I mean, but it is not magic. How do you know that? Yeah, this tool will resolve it. You should get assistance from somebody or from somewhere. So how you discover that? Yeah, layered pane or the absolute null layout can serve. Okay, okay, good. So here there is I am telling you what I faced because of two reasons. First of all, to attract your attention. Then the second, this is the normal procedure to solve problems when we face. There's no magic. We have to get assistant from somewhere. My first assistant is ChatGPT. Very easy, straightforward side, just and get very fast assistant from there. Then he said, okay, he gave me code actually, not with GUI, written code in Java. When I execute it, yeah, I have labels on top of each other and everything. But inside that code, yeah, the type of the frame must be with null layout. How to configure the frame to be with null layout? So there is what is called layout for something. It should be assigned to null. I started to search here. Where is the layout? I couldn't find it. How to do it here in programming? Because he wrote some code here. The tool wrote a code for me. This created code. Here I have to add a line to make the layout as null. I couldn't write it because this is read-only segment. Then I asked my daughter, he said, okay, you can do it here in the constructor because this is actually invoked here at this location. After calling the function which creates this form, you change its layout from here. So there is a code can be written in Java and resolve this problem. Okay? But for you as beginners, I don't want to use that approach. I have to find how to configure the layout of something here from the graphical user interface itself. It could be, must be. Accidentally, I found it from here. So this is the frame. Or this window is important actually, because here it shows you all the components or objects used in your project. Here I have the frame, I have the label, and I have the text box. These three objects, 1, 2, 3. Okay, before getting the things mixed, I will name the container or the label as background, so that I understand that this is a background, because I will have several labels over there. So from here, edit, change text name, I will name it LPL label background. For the picture, yes. It is actually not a picture, it is a label whose icon is the picture. And this text box actually will be txt, for example, underscore x2, because it will be replace the variable x2. So I will rename it either from here or from here. Right click, change txt underscore x2. The frame, yeah, with its default name, no problem. You should select the object either from here or from here. This is easier because sometimes the objects are on top of each other or behind each other, or you select something and it actually you selected another thing. So here everything is more clear. So I will select the frame from here. With right click, here is the secret, set layout. Set layout. Here free design is selected. There are several layouts. Before selecting the layout, I want to show you what will be changed here in the code. So this code reflects the free layout. This part from here to here will be eliminated, will be erased, will be deleted, because you will use null layout. So again, to the design, select the object from here or from here and set layout, null layout. So you will select it as null layout. Okay, so this is the first, that you remove the layout for the frame. Look to the code. Yeah, the code is shorter now, isn't it? Several codes is removed from here. I have only some simple definition for the frame here, and this you're adding the label, and this adding the text. So this is easier even for us to understand the null layout. Now I will try to figure out whether I can put it here or not. Yeah, I can put it on top of each other. But where it is now, it is behind the picture. Okay, so how to put the label on top of the picture? Yeah, from here, if you drag the text on top of the label, you can drag it. Yeah, your mouse really is good. Now, thank you at any case. Yeah, but I just wanted to say the problem is not with me, with your mouse. Okay. Now, okay, this is the text box. Start to coordinate it over there. Maybe make size. Make another one. Control C, Control V. Select the new one. So I selected the new one, X3, moved it. Yeah, it's behind. X3 is behind. You see, it's behind the lip. So you should, from here, you can, after selection, you can select the picture, for example, and move it down. So now it is down the two texts. Or from here, you arrange them on top of each other, okay? Now, I wanted to align it perfectly. This looks that it is closer to this comma than this object, isn't it? So I wanted to just move it a little bit, 1 pixel. I couldn't. How to move it? Just 1 pixel. Because here there is a snap mode. I cannot move it from here using the drag and drop. So I said, okay, I will go from here to the design. Every object has its XY coordinate. I want to the X coordinate decrease it by 1. So instead of 240, 39. Yeah, I moved it 1 pixel. So you precisely fix your components so that it looks attractive for the user. Now you put for the label, I will put here another label. Again, I have to send it to the top. So the figure is at the top, and I'll increase its size. I found a problem here. What is the problem? Can you see my problem now?
The H still there?
Yeah, the A is there. I mean, it is a transparent, not like the text box. It didn't mask the background. So no problem. There should be a property to make it opaque. So searching for that property here, opaque, opaque. Yeah, this one. Just click here. Yeah, I changed it. Then okay, the background is gray. It will be better if I adjust it to white so that everything is white. Here is the background, and I select it to white. Now it's good. Maybe I just arrange it and repeat the thing for everything or parameters over there. Also adjust the size of my application and say, okay, I will give it a trial run to see how it will look like when I execute it. I will assign this project as my main project. So it is now in boldface. And also I will assign this form or this class to be my main class so that this is the first class will be executed in this project. I assign it from here, properties, select run, and main class, this one. I have only one class, so it is easily selected. Okay. Now give it a trial run. And this is my crazy problem, my second problem. You see, this is the result of the execution. Why? Again, your mouse didn't allow me to drag this object. Anyhow, I will extend it. If you extend it like this, yeah, you will see your output. But why at startup it starts in this minimized form? Any help? It starts like this.
Maybe the same properties?
No. Later, I discovered after very serious research, I found that there is a property here for the form because we changed its layout to null. So this is why. This is the reason. But how to correct it? There is a property here which is called preferred size. Change the preferred size or reassign it. Do you remember the size of our picture? 600 by 400. Run. Yeah, it's no problem. So the secret is specifying the preferred size. although there was preferred size over there, but you should trigger any change over there so that something will be done in the background and the preferred size will be allocated. Okay, so you have to modify it. I think the remaining is straightforward. Once you end up with the designing the components, you will put also patterns for termination and for calculation. Send this to the background down, again to down. So you specified all the items, you named them, you will write code for this. What will be the code for the exit? What will be the sentence for performing program termination? Do you remember that? System dot exit, and it takes an argument 0. Okay, so only one function will be written here. And what code will be written here? The code will be, I will define the variables. I will show you the final code. Source code. Yeah, this is the code. Read the variables, calculate, do the calculations, and here update the values for the labels, update the values for the angles. I mean, these are the angles ABC, and these are the dimensions ABC small letter. And this is how I concatenated the degree character after each angle. That's all for the term project.